To wrap your head around how Breakdance does the building on page, let's do a quick build. Hi, I'm JB. This is Websites for Beginners and welcome to our video document series on Learn Breakdance for WordPress. Apart from the series, you can also learn more from our complete courses for Breakdance, taking you from a beginner to a master of multi-page sites, blogging and WooCommerce. Link in the description. Everything starts with this plus in the middle, and then every content area starts with a section. Once you click here on the plus, it opens up the Elements panel to the left. You will see Add Elements, and your elements appear over here. You can go through them. There's quite a number of elements to choose from. The moment you get familiar with the elements, I recommend you use the Search Elements feature, as this will just help you get to those elements you want much quicker. But as I mentioned, everything starts with a section under Basic Section. To bring in an element onto the page, simply click on it and it will drop onto the page. The section is your main container. Everything happens within this, and this is the structure how website pages are built. To add elements inside this for content, we go to Add. Let's look for a heading over here. And again, with the section selected on the page, you don't need to click, hold and drag. Simply click on it and it will drop the heading element onto the page. With the heading element selected, let's add some text below this. Select Add, look for the text element under Basic, click on it, and it drops onto the page. Apart from clicking it, you can even just hit Enter Return on your keyboard. Let's add one more. We go to Add. Let's add a button. This time in the search elements, let's type in button. And you can see the moment I just type in those first few letters, it will provide me a selection of everything that is related to a button. The first and most likely one to be used will be highlighted, in this case, button. In case you wanted to use any of the others, use the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard. You'll see we can cycle through them. By using the search element box, the button element is highlighted. You don't even have to click on it. In this case, all you need to do is return on your keyboard and it will drop onto the page. Building elements always works in this fashion. Whatever element is selected, if I select heading in this case, I go to Add, the next element will be added below the selected one. I'll look for image. I'll type in image. You'll see image is selected. I'll hit Enter on my keyboard. And now the image element is dropped below the heading. Interaction with any element to make changes to it happens by selecting it. Let's select the heading, change out the text. You can do it here in the Properties panel on the left. My new heading. And most elements will have these three tabs. The first one is where you have content control. The second one is for all your design changes. And the third one for more options, including some advanced features. We go back to design and let's change the typography, maybe just the color, give it a different look. Adding space between elements can be done on the page. Go to the heading element, hover at the bottom until you see that little purple bar appears. Click and hold, and now drag, and you can add margins as well as at the top. These are the only two options you have for elements, margins at the bottom and at the top, and only positive values. This can be done within the Properties panel by selecting the element, go to spacing, and the margin top and margin bottom appears here. I can set the values. And add that space between the elements. Select the image to interact with it. Let's choose an image from the Properties panel on the left. This opens my library. I'll bring in a hero image and choose. As you are working on the content, open the Structure panel by selecting this icon in the toolbar at the top, and you will see the Structure panel shows you what is happening on your page. This is a good visual indicator of what is going where. I'll delete this section by clicking on the section. From the label in the top left, I can select Remove, or in the Structure panel on the right, I can hover over the section label and select the Delete option here. Let's quickly build out a Euro section from scratch so that you get a good feel of how this works within Breakdance. Click on the plus, go over to Basic and select Section. With the section selected, I have these options under Design. One of them is Background. Select Background, and I'll choose Image for my background. And this image will be the same one I just brought in. I'll select and say Choose. Bring in a heading. Click on the plus. Under Basic, there's the heading. Click, and it drops onto the page. I can't see it because it's too dark. I'll go to my Design, Typography, Color, and choose something like white. To change my heading, go back to Contents or double-click on the page to select all the text and change it out. Within Breakdance, positioning of elements in a container happen within the container's layout settings. To get this title to be in the middle, I select the container, section. With my options open, select Layout. It is set to be in a vertical layout. I want all the elements to be center aligned. Go to Align and select Center. We add a nice line under this, so I go to Add, and this is called a fancy divider. I know I can search for divider, D-I-V-I, and there I have my fancy divider. In this case, I'll click, hold, and drag it onto the page just to show you how you can do that, and the thick blue line shows you where you can drop these elements. I drop it, I can't really see it, but I have my settings here on the left. To make it visible, click on the Design tab, go to Divider, my style, I'll put it on solid, the pattern, I'll change the color also to white, and the size I'll increase to 3 pixels so we can see it better. The width I can set to pixels, percentage, or any of the other values. I'll go for pixels and put it on 150 pixels. Click on the section so we can see what's going on here, and you agree that these two elements are too close to each other. To add spacing between elements, select any of the element. I'll do it with my new heading. Go to the Design in the Panel Properties panel on the left and Spacing. Margin bottom, and I'll add 35 pixels. And remember, wherever you want the element to go, select the element just one up. Currently, we're working with my new heading. I'll keep it selected to show you what will happen. Click Add, and we look for the text element over here and click on it to drop it onto the page. Let's change the color, go to Design, Typography, make it white so we can see it. However, I want this element below my line. There are a number of ways you can do that. The easiest to go to the element, grab the label like this, and then drag it on the page. You see I have that option now to drop it there. I can also move it above my new heading. I'll drop it here below the fancy divider. The other way to do it is to go to the Structure panel and click, hold, and drag it around. With it selected, I can change out my text and add margins. I'll just do that by click on the top and dragging down to add margins. Let's make this hero section a little bit bigger. I select the section, Properties panel on the left. I'll close this one, and we go for size. The height, from height I select Fit Content, which is the default value, Viewport, which will give me full height settings, or Custom. I select Custom Height, and I give it a minimum height of around 450 pixels. My content is now spaced to the top, and I would like it center aligned. Every time I want to move something inside a container, you go to the container. This is the section already selected, and select Layout. This time we look at Vertical Align and select Middle. The elements move nicely to the middle of the page. Having set up the Euro section, very important in this stage of the process is to go look at your mobile and tablet devices. That is done with the responsive control here at the top. Select Tablet Landscape, it looks good. Tablet Portrait, looks fine to us. Phone Landscape, maybe the heading is too big. To make changes, select my new heading or the heading element, go to the properties on the left, and we go to Font Size and give a new size, I'll say 36. Next to font size, you will see that little blue box appears, and that indicates that a change had been made at this level of the display, which is your phone landscape. Click on it to also see the other options, and you can cycle through them directly next to the value that you are changing, and the blue indicates where a change had been made. Once you make a change at this level, let's go to the top, which is phone landscape. That will also propagate to anything below it. The phone portrait will also now be at 36 pixels. And that's how you go ahead with your responsive design. This is a quick build to get you into how the Breakdance Builder works. And that's a wrap. To support this channel, a heartfelt like would be great. In addition, you can visit us at w4b.io and remember to check out the complete courses for Breakdance.